Guys, it's Karen, and I'm coming to you today from the messy desk where we are trying to stay cool and we are working on our Wednesday Blythe doll. This Wednesday doll is like an amalgamation in my brain of all the different versions of Wednesday, so she's not a specific one, or like I'm not trying to make her specifically any version. She's just sort of how I fantasize her in my head, which means she has the bangs from the new one, but she's gonna have blue eyes, and she's, fair skinned, and I love the new Wednesday, by the way. Maybe I'll make a more faithful someday. Maybe it would be cool to like have Wednesdays that are each actual, like inspired by like the comic, the black and white TV series, and the movies from the 90s, and then the new ones with Jenna. Anyway, so the things I've done for her so far is, even though I bought her, and she was kind of pricey for a fakie, I bought her on this body, which I prefer. I decided to go ahead and give her a jointed body that I had. This is a spare. I'm not even sure what it's to. And I had already put this head or this neck piece on it. But when I tried it on the doll, she looked like she had giraffe neck. So I took this back off and I shaved off about, at most, a 1/4 inch. It was probably a little less than that. It was more than 1/8 of an inch. And then I put this back in. And I liked the height of that better. It looks more like an original Blythe head positioning rather than the kind of more giraffe-necked pull-up style. So I took her apart and I'm trying to do some eye chips on her. I picked out 3 so far. 2. In my mind, she has blue or gray eyes, and I'm trying to do some custom chips with these clear blanks I got a while back. And I'm using nail polish, so it's shimmery rather than just paint. And it's supposed to be really quick drying, but I picked it up too soon and it stuck to me. But now it seems hard enough to touch. So I'm gonna have to repair that on the inside. And I'm going to show you at the end what this looks like in the eye. Obviously this is more of like a ghostly, spooky eye because it has no pupil. I suppose I could put a pupil down first and then paint around it, but ain't nobody got time for that. And the last thing I wanted to share, so let's see, is this one dry? I really don't want to. This is 2 light coats on here, so that's how it's going to look. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, we'll see what it looks like in the eye. I also picked up a come on, get off, don't be tacky still. It's just slightly tacky. It's not quite cured. I also picked up this to do the same thing too. This was for my Ghost Blythe. I do have some other nail polishes that I could try with the same sort of effect. I might mess around with that a little bit more. So I'll pop in and show you what that looks like after I finished it. So that's what I'm working on. That's my show until Wednesday. The other thing I did, guys, this is kind of funny, but I don't know if you can see it, but I don't like the anatomically correct way they do the chest on these bodies. So I tried to just whip it off with the X-Acto blade, and it cut really easily. So did the neck, by the way. It was like very easy to cut through, but I got him a little flat, so hopefully that won't show up in her clothing. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. I can't think of anything. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to tell you. So if you guys are trying to take out Imex, I do not like to use the hot glue method. It's really a pain in the butt to me. It's gross, it's stinky. So to get these ones out, all I did was I took a sewing pin and I put it on the edge of the actual eye chip. Like I laid it flat and then I shove the pin, kind of like the tip of the pin into the edge of the, I mean, you know, it doesn't stick out much, but I shoved it into the edge of the eye chip, and then I was able to pop it out. So I would try that if you don't want to bother and hassle with, it's worked for me before on another doll as well, and it's way easier than using the hot glue method. But obviously if it's really stuck in there, you still might have to use the hot glue method. So try a pin first. You could damage the eyeball, and you could damage the, you could damage this, but I feel like it's way less more destructive than all the black melty hot glue mess. Just make sure that when you do it, that you are catching the edge of the eye, like right down in that groove. Don't get it into the white part, because it'll leave a little mark, but make sure you're getting it into the eye chip that you don't want, and then you can kind of lever it out. So hopefully the rest of these eyes will come out that easy, and I won't have to use the hot glue. Okay, that's it. I'll show you her when I get her eye chips back into the iMac, just so you can give you an idea of, we'll see how good it looks. It might look crappy, it might look cool. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here are the eye chips in the eye mechanism. I haven't fixed the back of the one, but you can barely even notice it, that it's messed up, so I might not even, but I'll fix it. You can, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know it's messed up right in the center. But you look at how nicely it sparkles in the light, and because the light, it looks really great, I think. So yeah, go ahead and try. These are just lightly put in there. I'll probably put a little bit of tacky glue to hold them down, but look how pretty that is. So go ahead and try, experiment with your nail polishes. I might try to be adventurous and use a dotting tool or something in the middle first, and then for a black pupil, or I don't know. But I like this no pupil look. It's eerie and anime-like. So let me know what you think of the nail polish, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!